Hello guys, and welcome to another Zimaleta. In today's video, I'm doing an unboxing and review of this drywall panel lift. Guys, I think this is awesome. It lifts up to like 11.5 feet drywall up in the air. So if you got like 12-foot tall ceilings, you could pretty much get it done, especially if you got like 8-foot tall ceilings like I have. So guys, this is gonna make my life a whole lot easier. But let me tell you something. This thing is extremely heavy. So I'm kind of thinking, how am I gonna really like transport it all around and stuff? But it does say it has rubber wheels and it moves really easily and stuff like that. I guess we're gonna have to put that to the test. But this thing is really heavy. And I guess it needs to be because it supports 150 pounds. I really cannot imagine 150 pounds of drywall. The drywall itself, you know, does not weigh that much, but I guess it's a good thing because it really supports some heavy stuff. So I suppose you could use this not only with drywall, but you could use with some, you know, like plywood, probably like those concrete board and stuff like that, whatever like weighs like 150 pounds, which is amazing. You could probably lift up a person with this thing. I certainly could put my wife on a piece of, you know, plywood and lift her up probably to the ceiling and, you know, use that as some kind of like, I don't know, like some horses and stuff. But anyway, let me show you kind of like up close of kind of like what I'm talking about, and then we're gonna put it together and I'll basically show you like how easy I guess it is to put it together or how hard. I never put one together all the time. I'm doing stuff like this for the first time. You might be wondering about the price. Normally cost is $200. I had a super coupon which brought it down to like $169. But then I had a 25% super coupon, so it took it down to like $150. So I got a pretty good deal on this thing. So let's take a closer look at this thing. Hey guys, before we actually begin putting this little machine together for lifting up the drywall, I want to do another unboxing, and it's of this Craftsman wrench set. I've been meaning to get one of these things for a while, and we have a Sears store that's nearby, and it had like a 50% off sale. So I was actually able to pick this up at cost basically. So let's unbox it and let's actually use this to complete the rest of the process of this here. One thing that I do wonder is if you could actually save this little thing. You can see that this pin does slide up and down, but it's not like really coming out. So let me show you what I mean here. You see these little ends? It seems like if you try to like tap on them to slide out, like, you know, they could break off. But I'm wondering if you could just simply cut this little pieces off. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. If you could simply just cut these things. Now you're able to basically slide out this, and that other slide out piece is broken. So we're just gonna go ahead and slide that off, and now we're able to lift these things up like so. Now it's up for us to pull that other one out. Probably should have done that to begin with, but here we go. There's like this yellow little thing here at the bottom. I'm just gonna use my little snippets here, grab a hold of them. Just gonna destroy it. In either case, there you go. Now it is out. So let's find the proper tool that we need to actually tighten up this little thing. So what I was gonna try to do is actually use my ratcheting set, you know, to tighten this thing up. But turns out with this metal being in the way, I can't really use this awesome ratchety little thing. So I'm just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way and still do it like this. And most of my ratchet sets that I have, they all work like this. But here's one of the cool things about Craftsman, guys. Lifetime warranty. Even on the box it says if this tool ever fails or breaks, they'll fix it free of charge, or they will replace it with a brand new one. And that is Craftsman guarantee, and I just love that. If you're somebody that loves to wrench every day, well, these wrenches will definitely do the trick for you. Because if they break, just get a new one. And tools do break. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten this up. The very next one, I'm just gonna use a time lapse. But this is kind of working quick. But guys, believe it or not, these pliers here, they're by like Irvin or something. Let me see what they're by. No, Knippets. Knippets, $35 for these pliers. They're definitely an awesome pair. So there it is, giant box. I did use a dolly to actually get it all done. As you can see, item number 62484. If you're trying to get one like this, 150-pound capacitor, lift panels up to 11.5 feet, drywall panel hoist. Look at all these things that it does. Automatic load holding brake for safety, sturdy welded steel construction, holds up single panels up to 150 pounds. I cannot really imagine how could some be that heavy. Cradle tilts for easy loading, expandable tripod for stability, smooth rolling, non-marrying rubber, casters lock in place. Okay, here's the dimensions. 60 long by 50.3¼ wide by 58 high, 106 wide with outrageous full extended. Okay, so this is by Hallmasters. Okay, let's get it open. The first piece I decided to open is this piece right here. So when you try to open it up like this, it doesn't really work, but then you press down on this and it opens up nice and smoothly. So I'm really not sure if this is supposed to lock in place or something. So, okay, it does have these tires in the front here. So when you have them up like this, so this locks into place, and then you got these rubber pieces here that really sets it into place to, I guess it could rotate, but it's not gonna really go anywhere. So that is good. So what's next? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay, we're gonna start with this. Okay, like always, I don't read any instructions. So let's try to see how does this work. So something similar to this. So I guess let's figure it out. Turns out I had a right idea. The instructions, they're not very clear, but what you can see in here is this little portion. This is the back of the tripod. You insert that piece right into it. So technically, I was standing it up just right. Supposedly, it just slides in there. So let's do that. That's how it goes, but not quite. It does need to go in. Interesting. I see a corner back there, but it does not want to quite go now. It wants to go a little bit past it. Okay, what I'll need to do first is lock my wheels. One of the problems I'm having is they're moving a lot, so we're going to lock them up. And I'm going to give you guys a closer look at this. What I'm trying to do is insert the metal right in behind it. It only makes sense. And then another metal goes over top of this here, locks it in place. But what happens is the top portion goes and that portion slides in here for some reason. Like I'm not able to put that on. It does not help this piece moving as I'm trying to do it. So now it feels like it's kind of locked in place. So let's give it a shot. Not too much trouble. So I basically slide it in here and it was okay. What is kind of like makes me question this whole thing, whether this is as simple as just sliding it in, sliding it out, if there's some kind of lock to prevent it from getting out of there, or if this is it. It appears that that's it. But I think there should be something, maybe like some kind of bolt to lock it in place that you would insert right through. That's what it would tell me. But I don't see anything over here, which is kind of odd. I think there should be, because if you pull on that piece, it's just gonna slide right off. So let me try to pull it out. But it was actually rather easy to slip it in this time, with it being locked with the wheels and everything. So I'm gonna try to pull on this piece and see if it comes out. Yeah, it does just go up. There is some kind of leg to stand on over here. But yeah, it just lifts up. So now we gotta work with the top portion, and it seems like it's got a portion here with the lift that supposedly, you know, goes higher and stuff right here. Just rotate it and it's just gonna slide out. So we're gonna go ahead and install the top portion. For the most part, this is kind of common sense to put it together. It does say lock and unlock before raising. So we got this piece. Now it does just kind of go on there like this. It makes a lot of sense that it could rotate. There is these pieces, you know, to put stuff on. I really don't sure how it's how it all comes together. But here we have the booklet, and so it kind of like inserted right there, and it appears that it's out a little bit. So let me see what we could find. A lot of times these books, they're not really good at explaining stuff. You could see the same picture here. So there's probably some kind of lock that goes there. I guess we'll figure it out. Shows these mechanisms. So this is what I've done so far, is I inserted it right in. And then it shows how to lift it up and down. So slide bar to lock. And then this stuff, cross arms. So obviously I have to install these things next, these arms and stuff. So let's try it. I'm really surprised how easy it is to put it together. It's literally some snaps and that's it. Now I gotta cut this arm loose and show you how easy it is to insert it. I am wowed by the fact that it's so easy. So you just basically take this out. You have this little thing here, and that little piece. I mean, it seems like it's a very simple technology, but but it will snap it into place. So you just basically go forward with it, and then boom, that little metal goes into place. So if you need to pull it out, just push on that little metal from the bottom to pull it out. Other than that, just gonna come and snap into place. So I suppose this is a way to hold drywall. So I don't know how that comes into play just yet, but we have this other piece. Let's see what this is here. We have what appears to be a little handle. So we have this thing. It looks to me like it goes here somehow. It either goes like this or it goes like that, and I think it goes like this. So let's look at the drawing. It's not even in the drawing, so let's set it down for now. We're gonna find this. Let's look at it together, guys. This is how I do things, guys. I just browse through it really quick and snap things together, and hopefully I get it. Like, I don't end up reading this whole thing, because as helpful as it is, a lot of times these things are so simple that it's a waste of time. So it shows everything that we did here. Where is this other part? Now it shows, guys, lifting it. Look at how big that drywall is. I mean, it's amazing. You just lift it up like that. I'm not seeing that little piece attached in that space. So looks like I'll have to figure out real quick. All right, guys, I did figure it out. This is a little handle that goes on that wheel right there. This, of course, goes on top. As I said, it does go in a position that I said it was. It wasn't really in the book to really show me exactly how to do it. So I am kind of wondering. I actually seen it at the back of the page. Let me show you. Okay. Just note this, guys. Oh, I guess you could kind of see that piece, the little cutout thing, but it might be part of something else. So it's really hard to notice what that is, really. But at the last page here, I took a look at this here, and I could clearly see that this piece goes like that. So it goes on that side in an upside down handle little way. And then the handle I found, it attaches over here. It's pretty obvious, basically, for you to spin it. So there's the little handle. It just looks a little bit different. So it attaches on the side. So it's fairly easy. So let's attach this to begin with. We're just going to attach this. So you just insert it like this, and then stick the bolts right through. I'm really glad that it comes apart really easily, because it is very heavy to try to just transport the stuff. Definitely. And we're trying to undo these little bolts. You need like some kind of like right tools. I'm actually going to show you guys how to use these tools. And then we're just going to spin the whole unit around. Let me see, make sure you guys are seeing this. Yep. Make sure we don't bump overhead, so we remove that little bolt. Stick this right through. So you need like some kind of flathead for this. Let me get that. Okay. So we're just going to use the flathead and spin it all the way inside. And we're going to tighten this from the back. Boom. That is done, and that is done. So now let's tighten everything up using my special kit. One thing that I want to point out to you guys, this is number 13. As you could see, my wrench is number 13 millimeter with this type of ratchet. You'll just be able to use this section. You could also use a couple pliers like this. They'll definitely do the trick. For this other bolt, it's 19. I'm just gonna use my pliers for this because they grip on so awesomely, and they'll just tighten this thing right up. So this is not going anywhere. Okay. All right, guys, let's figure out how to use this lift here. I've observed a couple little things. I've noticed that we have a piece of cardboard there, and the reason it's there is this is a lock. The lock is located over here. This is to lock it up and keep it from dropping on you. So one of the things that we want to focus on is this wheel here. So let me see if we are in view. So here's what to do, guys. You have to first pull this towards you right here. Boom. You lock it up right here in place. And then kind of went up a little bit, as you could see it. Went up. So now we're actually going to get it down. So what you want to do is you want to press on this little piece and lift it up and basically go up. But what happened is you could see that this stopper, it prevented it from going down. So we'll have to rotate it again, lift it a little higher, and basically move this out of the way. So I suppose if you're trying to lower this down, there's a lot of protection. You just do this here. Okay, so anyways, guys, let me show you how to lower it down. So pull it up, and now you're able to lower it down. As you can see, the way it comes down. This little paper kind of kept from, locking in and stuff. So we want to lift it up. All we have to do is just basically spin it like this. You pull out your paper there. Okay, it's going to keep it from going down. And then there's this other thing. I really don't know why this is here. It's really, okay. Kind of seeing what it is. I don't know, it seems like this top piece somehow is supposed to come into contact with that. But then again, that seems like it's right, so I really don't know what that is here. There's another piece to slide something into, and I don't have any more extra pieces, so this is what we have. So a couple of these things, yeah, I guess extra safety things. But anyways, it's simple, to lift it up. As you can see, it's no problem at all. We are all the way up to the ceiling. See? And getting it down, it's not hard. Now we're going to pull on this and just ease it down. Okay, I see that the safety pin came into contact. This little safety pin, it's kind of a nuisance in a way, because what's a good way for you to just... Okay, so you can move it out of the way. Okay, now I see it. I want to make sure, guys, if you get it, you're going to know exactly what to do. So it's going up easy, and it's coming down easy. And safety pin has actually slid back into place. it's all good. So one thing I'm wondering about, what is this besides it being like a handle and you try to steer the drywall? Because you could technically use this to steer it. So if you guys know what this is, let me know. If you know what this is, let me know, because it's something. It does something, and this obviously is here for a reason, but there's nothing else. And right now, with the way the piece came down, it obviously caused this to go in. So let me lift it up a little bit and show you how this moves. So now we're a little bit higher. So this safety pin, you can kind of like move it to the side and it kind of gets out of your way. So you could lower it with ease. Unlock before lowering, lock before raising. Okay, so this is obviously talking about the spin. So we are doing just that. We are unlocking when we're lowering, and lock it when you raise. You want to lock it when you raise because it's a safety thing. Each notch that it goes up, you might hear like a little click. So now it is clicked inside. So it's gonna keep it from dropping down on you and, you know, killing somebody with a piece of drywall. So, you know, that is that. So we want to go up a little bit more. So we want to lower it now, so we're going to slide it to the side and start lowering. But I can't really do it without holding this. So back at it, I really don't know what this is. I don't see how it could stop drywall from falling off or anything. I suppose when you slide the drywall, I mean, okay, I know what this is now. I know exactly what this is. This is to hold your drywall if you're actually hanging it like sideways, not just to the ceiling, because you do have this little system here. This is what that is. So now it's becoming apparent. We could technically unmount that, and it's gonna allow us to, now I see what this handle's for. This is to get it out. So we got this pin protecting it. Let me actually just mount my camera. Okay, so we're gonna pull this pin out. We're gonna slide this out. So now we're able to do this. So naturally, if you have drywall over there, I guess this should be a little bit tighter, because it kind of needs to hold itself. So I see that other thing is a little bit more springy than this one, so this is a little bit loose. So yeah, when it's a little bit tight, you can kind of keep it back or whatever. And you could also, I guess, tighten this up a little bit more to keep it from falling, which is good. And then of course you want it out of your way if you're hanging drywall to the ceiling stuff. So that's good enough. Let me loosen this just a little bit. Okay, so we do have this pin. I suppose that we stick it in here like this. If this is the angle we want to put it in, because you see now it's not going anywhere. This step is going to be very helpful if you're doing vaulted ceilings, because you see it gives you a pretty nice pitch here, and I have a vaulted ceiling, so it's going to help me hang it sideways, which is amazing. So now I don't have a question about this or that. I still wonder what this is. It's not very apparent and what that is. So I guess with some use I'll find out. I'll probably, well, let me see here. It's not far enough for that. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Now I could actually get back to work and finish up drywalling this room. I still have some stuff to do. And the very next thing, once I actually get out of this room, I gotta do the ceiling in the next room. I used up like 10 pieces of drywall in this room, and this wall was like complete and the ceiling's complete. So little room like 13 by 15, 10 pieces of drywall. If I had a ceiling, it would be a little bit more. So I just bought 35 more pieces for the ceiling and, you know, partly some walls and stuff in that other room. So yeah, guys, let me know if you like this little review, if you found this video to be helpful, let me know. I certainly did not know anything about this. I didn't watch any videos prior to this, but I decided that it was worth my while actually picking this thing up because, guys, I mean, if you're working with two people, this just made your life easier because, I mean, think about it. With even two people, one guy holding up a drywall, it's not enough. And then you got another guy like screwing in the drywall, you know. So you technically need like 3 people. So this just cut your people down to 1. So you could be like a single installer, you could do the ceiling, you could do everything yourself. And perhaps in just 1 day, it's going to pay for itself. Because imagine you pay each guy like $100 for like helping out with drywall, just that 1 day, $200. And this thing costs $200. So I see how like reasonable it really is, and I only paid like $150, so definitely worth my while. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. As far as I know for myself, these other things that I don't know about it, like who cares? Like, who cares what this thing's for? It's probably to hang a water bottle, you know. And who cares what that's for? You know, I could probably insert like a screwdriver in there or something. You know, if yeah, maybe. Oh. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. Look at this, guys. It's a screw gun holder. Look at that. So if I put this over here and I'm like lifting up drywall, now I can like pick this up and I could continue screwing. And this is probably to hold like a screw bucket. They thought of everything. Just in case it didn't, that's what I'm gonna use it for. Because yeah, that makes complete sense to me. Because look at these guys, like these things are always long. I mean, you just like stick it in there. Works perfect for me. So let me know what you use that hole for. I'm gonna use it for my drill. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed watching this, please leave me a big like, share this video, comment, and let me know what you use this thing for if you're in the business of drywall. I am not. I'm just doing my own home renovation on my own real estate investment. So I find this thing to be very helpful. It's a lot better than having my wife help me with drywall for the ceiling. So for some of this wall stuff, she could come and, you know, hold it and I could just screw it. But ceiling, not so much. That's going to be a little bit too difficult. Now, if you're a company and you have some kind of product that you're selling on Amazon or what have you, and you want me to feature your product and you want to contact me, just write to me at zimaleta@gmail.com. Let's get together, let's get in touch and tell me about your product and let me feature it on my channel and help some of these guys out. In case you're wondering if this is a sponsored product or the other thing, it's not. I love using tools, I love using products, so I'll continue buying them, showcasing them and stuff. I do this solely for, you know, letting other guys like me know what these tools are about. I'm not in the business of actually doing this thing for a living. So to me, it is not obvious what tools like this are for. But when I do pick them up, I do see like a big reason why I should have this tool, because man, it just saved me a couple people. So if there's tools that save time and money, I'm all for it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourself and God bless you. Bye-bye.